Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys cool back there? Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. Give you a chance to take your seats here. Want to thank everybody for coming out today. A very special day here at Cleveland State University. I'm Al Pulowski on behalf of the president, Harlan Sands, our athletic director, Vice President of Athletics Scott Garrett. I want to welcome you in today to introduce our new men's head basketball coach here at Cleveland State University and his family, both to the city of Cleveland and also to CSU. And that, of course, is Daniyal Robinson, who's sitting right over here with his family. Great to have him here. For the media today, you'll have a chance for one-on-ones afterwards, so you can stick around for that. We appreciate all the media being here today as well, and of course, some of the season ticket holders and all the staff here at Cleveland State. Really great to have all of you here on hand. So Coach Robinson is really a special coach. He comes very highly recommended. If you've talked to anybody about Coach Robinson, you know that he's a wonderful guy, a friendly guy, a lot of success as an assistant coach at various stops. He's coached NBA players. He's coached NBA lottery picks like Tyrese Haliburton. Most recently, he was at Iowa State and had a lot of success there in the Big 12. We'll hear more about him and from him coming up in just a moment. But first, I'd like to start today's event by introducing the president of Cleveland State, Harlan Sands. He joined CSU in 2018 and instantly became an avid supporter of Cleveland State athletics and, of course, the city of Cleveland. Fantastic guy. Love seeing him at the games. He's always in the stands rooting for the Vikings. He's here as often as he can be to cheer on all the athletic teams. So without further ado, here he is, President Harlan Sands.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. This is one of the great pleasures I get as president of Cleveland State. Thank you all for joining us today for the start of a new era in CSU basketball. When Athletic Director Scott Garrett and I began our journey 3 years ago, we noticed and prioritized three priorities that were the qualities that we seek in all the successful coaches at CSU Athletics, no matter what sport. All of our coaches must have a strong core value set based upon unquestioned personal integrity and ethics, an unwavering focus on student success in the classroom, and a commitment and dedication to get every student through and graduated, and understanding that the right student-athlete experience should be an incredible launching pad to a successful career and a successful life. And as I've said often, athletics is the front door to our university. College athletics can connect our local communities, our faculty, staff, and students, and our alums to the university. And when we do it right, there is nothing that can compare to the excitement of college athletics, all the things that the student athletes bring to us, each other, our campus, and the community. And for the past 3 years, thanks to Coach Dennis Gates and his staff, CSU basketball has been done right. And our success off the court, and these young student athletes know what I'm talking about, led to success on the court. So with this in mind, Scott and I, given our recent success, set out to find the right leader of young men who can do three things: can continue building upon our strong trajectory grounded in our culture, our values, integrity, teamwork, and community, have a translatable life experience as a mentor and a teacher, very important, and have uncompromising drive, commitment, grit, and resilience. And then finally, someone who understands, who truly understands what it takes to build a winning culture. And that's what we have here today in Daniyal Robinson. So as we stood up here, Scott and I, 3 years ago, and told you, once we model strong leadership, once we build something for young men and women and a winning culture that we now have, once we establish this, how we mentor, how we teach, how we act, then and only then can we have success on the court. So let me thank our leader, first in athletics, who's done a fantastic job, Scott Garrett, for your leadership. Great job. Can we get a round of applause for Scott? I'd also like to express our thanks to Board Chair David Reynolds, Trustee Paul Dolan, former CSU Trustee Cavaliers CEO Len Komorowski, and our entire search committee, many of which who are here today, all who helped us us through this intense final stage of our search. And before I turn it over to our athletic director, I want to say welcome and thank you to Daniel, to Kim, Devin, Reese, and Reed. You're part of our family now, and you're about to find out what a special place this really is. Welcome. Scott?
President and I should have cross-referenced our speeches before we got up, because you're going to see some similar themes. Before I start, we did want to share a special video. Coach Porter Mosier, head coach of Oklahoma, many other stops, and Daniyal's longtime boss wanted us to share a quick video on his behalf.
What's up, people of Cleveland State? My name is Porter Mosier, the head men's basketball coach at the University of Oklahoma. What's up, Daniyal, Kim, Devin, Reese, and Reed? I am so happy for your family. For those of you that don't know, Daniyal and I worked together for 9 years at 3 different stops. He was integral in what we did in building a championship program at Loyola. What you're getting in Daniyal is a tireless worker, a man of faith, a man of character. He's a guy that walks in the office when some people say, glass half full, you can't get it done. He's trying to find a way. Let's do it. His positivity, his energy will be matched by no one. I know him on the floor and what he's done and what he's meant to the student athletes. He's meticulous in skill development, in scouting. I know that he's going to build on the traditions you've already started there at Cleveland State. Daniyal, I'm so incredibly happy for you. You deserve this, you and Kim. You have worked so hard in your career, and it is such a perfect match. Cleveland State and Daniyal Robinson and the Robinson family. So to all of you, I'm so happy for everyone. D, you should be so excited. I'm so proud of you, and I love you. Go Vikings. And no, we're not playing. Love you guys.
Don't worry, we'll be looking for games from Coach Mosier, from Coach Gates, and anyone else that wants to play the Vikings. Thank you, Al. Thank you, President Sands. Thank you to the CSU community for being here with us this afternoon and for your awesome support of CSU basketball. What a great day to be a Viking, right? We are very excited to have Coach Daniyal Robinson and his family here joining the team. In just a moment, you'll get an opportunity to meet the next leader of CSU men's basketball and get to know him like we have over the last couple of weeks. We spent 15 days looking far and wide to identify who we believe is the perfect fit for Cleveland State. I'm confident that we found that person in Daniyal, or his friends and colleagues affectionately refer to him D-Rob. Over the last 2 weeks, I've personally spoken to over 30 interested candidates, most of whom we recruited and some who are trying very hard to recruit us. I want to thank Collegiate Sport Associates, Drew Turner and Jenna McLaughlin, for their assistance in managing a lot of the logistics throughout the search. Also want to recognize Trustee Paul Dolan, former Trustee Len Komorowski, for their wise input to myself and President Sands during our search. Our campus search committee, which included Senior Vice President Flap Cockrell, General Counsel Sonali Wilson, Vice President Janelle Hughes, Faculty Athletics Representative Rob Kleidman, Women's Basketball Head Coach Chris Kielsmeyer, and Deputy Athletics Director Chelsea Blakely, that was a lot of names, visited at length with a strong group of semifinalist candidates last week. I thank each of them for their time and for their outstanding advice. Last weekend, President Sands and I went to New Orleans with one purpose: bring home a winner. No pressure. Fortunately, after visiting with a few very compelling and highly qualified finalists, we were able to call in our closer out of the bullpen. It is opening day tomorrow, so I needed to get a baseball reference in. Board Chair David Reynolds. David cannot be here with us today, but I want to thank him for his time, his effort, and his passion for CSU and helping us get this right. As I shared with Daniyal during one of our many conversations in New Orleans, he had a mountain to climb to win this job. A very tough act to follow in an incredibly packed field of interested candidates. And let me tell you, he delivered. Surely a sign of great things ahead. What you will see stands out with Coach Robinson is his vision for building on the successful foundation established within CSU basketball over the last 3 seasons. His program will be built around the things we have come to expect in a very short period of time. Winning basketball is a byproduct of championship-level academics, personal growth, and community presence. Daniyal will succeed through his high expectations and intentional evaluation of character for both our staff and prospective CSU student athletes, through a disciplined, hardworking program that values transparency, family atmosphere, trusting relationships, and daily communication with our student athletes, and through proactive community engagement as a visible member and leader within our CSU athletics department, our university, as an ambassador throughout Cleveland and the state of Ohio. I know our players, our students, our administration, our faculty and staff, and our current and future fans are going to love rooting for D-Rob. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce your next head coach, Daniyal Robinson. Grab a picture real quick. We'll put that back in, and it's all yours.
Wow. Wow. And this is unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable. This is a great day. Great day for my family. Great day for this community. Great day for this university. You know, I want to start off like President Sands keeps telling me, just enjoy the moment, right? Man, I'm nervous. I'm super nervous. How can I enjoy it? Man, so Sunday morning, since Sunday morning about 11, I've had like 2 hours of sleep. But it's all good, though, because I wouldn't want to be standing anywhere else but right here in front of you guys. And when I got on the plane to go to New Orleans, I had one goal in mind, was to be the next head coach here. And I had a ton of support behind me, starting with my family. And I wanted to seize the moment. And we've prayed about this, and this is right where I want to be at this appointed time. Thank you all for being here. So I do want to give a special thanks to President Sands, Scott Garrett, his leadership team. Now, I'll tell you about his leadership team. That Zoom call that they put me on was like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Budweiser hot seat, but it was a Budweiser hot seat, and it was led by Janelle. But I outlasted him, though. I outlasted him. But special thanks to all those folks. David Reynolds, he came down to New Orleans, and special thanks for him to coming out and spending time with us that night. Like President Sands said, like he made me feel great. You guys made me feel like I was already here. And it just affirmed that this was the right place to continue my career. So special thanks to all you guys. Special thanks to all my former colleagues, players, and administrators that I've worked with. I've learned so much over the years, been a sponge. Like when I first got into business, one of the things that Coach Moser told me is to be a sponge. And I took that to heart. And everyone I came in encounter with, I tried to learn something from. And I've done that, and I appreciate all those that have tried to help me and pour into me. Special thanks to the brothers and sisters of the Big 12 BACA group that we formed during a tough time in our country. Those men and women on those Zoom calls, we set out to help our student athletes. We partnered with our student athlete development across our campuses, and our goal was to unify our student athletes, to educate them, to support them, and help them understand the things that are going on in our country forward, how to be a positive influence on their campuses, in their community, and as they move forward in their lives. And that group came together as, we were competitors, but once we got on those calls, the walls broke down and we were able to sharpen each other and we were able to develop best practices moving forward to help our student athletes. And at the end of the day, that's what this is all about, is helping develop young people. And so I want to take a second to thank those folks, all those guys that took their time. And every university in the Big 12 was represented by their assistant coaches, men's and women's side. So I want to say a special thanks to that group. I want to say a special thanks to all my mentors, all the head coaches that I worked for in the past. Okay, and I'll say them by name. Coach T.J. Otzelberger, Steve Prohm, Porter Moser, James Dickey, Greg McDermott, and Steve Shields. Again, all those guys, they spent time talking to me what it would be like when I was a head coach and giving me confidence to keep going, giving me confidence to continue to pour in to the young folks in my life. And so I want to thank those guys. I want to thank my family. Obviously, I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for you guys. And every day I wake up, I think about you when I head to the office. Every day I wake up, I think about setting the example for my three kids. Devin, you've been an inspiration to me since you were born. We developed a special bond because I was still a grad assistant when we had her. And Kim worked at night, and I had to pick her up from daycare, and I had to figure out how to feed her, bathe her, and get her down. She was fighting it all the time, but I started singing, and I started rocking, I started cradling, and we've developed a special bond. And she's been my number one. And I knew greatness was in Devin from day one. And she's done great things as a student athlete herself. She won a national championship as a volleyball player. She's represented our country, won a gold medal in 19 and under, was the best middle in the world. So Devin, thank you for being a great daughter and supporting me and being the wind behind my back, Devin. Love you. My man, Reese the Beast, the gentle giant. Reese, I love you, man. Every morning I wake up and you get up before me heading to the gym at 5:40. I don't have to wake you up. You go to the gym at 5:40 in the morning. Your alarm, you're in the gym. You go to high school, you do your routine. It's not about the going to the gym that I'm proud of Reese for. It's about the habits he's forming. He's going to be a worker. He's a worker right now. But son, continue to work. Continue to do that. We believe in you. I love you, man. And I'm proud of you. my man Reed, Rocket Reed. Now, when I was visiting with President Sands, he asked me at the end of it, he said, gosh, Scott, you got a big decision to make. He's like, man, do you want to be a vice president? I'll hire you as a vice president. I can get you up to speed. I'm like, I'm a basketball coach. I came here to be your basketball coach. That's your vice president right there. That's your vice president. That's your future vice president right there. My wife, Kim Marie, man, day one. You believed in me from day one. You accepted me for how I was. You made me stronger. You made me more confident. You've prayed over us. You've been a rock. I love you, babe. I love you, and I appreciate you. And I appreciate you raising our kids and being the person that you are. I love you, babe. So my family that's not here, my older brother, to my older brother, my mom, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. And my older brother, David, couldn't be here today. But I have to tell you guys that Big Dave was my idol growing up. He was all I had. Didn't grow up with a dad in the house. Didn't grow up with male figures in the house. My coaches were the male figures. But Big Dave was, he protected me. He sacrificed so much of his childhood, of his time, to make sure I was good, to make sure I stayed on the right path. He was a protector. He's my hero. And I love you, Dave, and I appreciate you, man. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. My grandmother passed away 8 years ago, and this seat right here, that represents Bertha Clark. She raised 7 children on her own, then raised my brother and I. Sacrificed so much, and I owe so much to her. And all I wanted to do was make her proud every day. And as the head coach at Cleveland State, I'm going to continue to make her proud every day. Thank you, Gigi. All right. How am I doing, guys? Doing all right? Okay. All right. So the young men here in the program, all right, I have had a chance to meet with you guys last night, the staff, Coach Gates. Man, what they've done here is unbelievable. I appreciate all your hard work, all the commitment that you guys have had to this program, and I wouldn't be standing here today had it not been for the sacrifices that you made, the commitment that you guys made, buying into Coach Gates and believing in Cleveland State when a lot of folks didn't. So please give this young man and the staff that's still here a round of applause, please. Coach Gates, I've watched him grow in this profession over the years. We came up together in the profession, and I admire the preparation in which he went about it, and the proof is in the pudding. And we've talked often about what it takes and all those different type of things, and he's always picked up the phone when I've called. So when he got the job here 3 years ago, it was like, you know, I was already here. It was like I won, you know. It was like we all won. And I've been able to follow the program the last 3 years. And what you guys did together was great. And we will continue to build on that. You guys have laid a great foundation. We all know Cleveland is a great town. It's an unbelievable city. very diverse. I love what the university stands for. The reason why we've had success here starts with the leadership. President Sands, Scott Garrett, they're in alignment. And I come here to be a partner with them and to continue to grow this program and continue to bring the right type of men here, young men here, high character kids that want to compete, that have a chip on their shoulder, that want to win championships, not only on the floor, but in the classroom and in the community. And that's what this is all about. So as we move forward, just understand we will continue to compete for championships. We'll continue to compete in the classroom. We'll continue to develop in the community. We'll continue to be a part of the community. And these guys will be prepared for life after their time here. They'll be successful men. They'll be successful husbands. They'll be successful fathers. I'll talk just briefly about basketball. Been up here for a minute, told you guys my life story and all that stuff. But, hey, I've been waiting a long time to do this. So, So, on the court, we'll take a tremendous amount of pride in consistently executing the doable things. We're going to play a fast style. We're going to compete. We're going to play unselfishly. We're going to be connected. We're going to play with great passion and great effort. On the defensive end, we're going to be fundamentally sound. We're going to be tough-minded. We're going to be blue-collar. We're going to be stingy. All right? And so with that, I'll just leave you guys with this. In me, you'll have a partner on this campus. In me, you'll have a partner in the community. In me, you'll have a coach that will pour his heart and soul into our players. And we'll do this together. We'll do this together here at Cleveland State. Go Vikes. Thank you.
What do you think? You guys like Coach Robinson? Yeah. Coach and family, welcome to Cleveland State University. Welcome to Cleveland, Ohio. It's great to have all of you here. Thanks for coming today. That'll conclude our press conference. For those of you not in the media, we're going to exit that way, so you'll be going to my left or to your right. For the media who needs interviews, that will happen outside that door to my right with Coach Robinson. We've got a spot over there so you can get some one-on-ones and more information from him. Once again, thanks for coming from everybody here at Cleveland State University. We'll see you very soon. Sports are going to start up before you know it. Have a good one.